What's up, everybody? Welcome to the first vlog this year for American Idol. I'm Mac the Movie Guy from MacTheMovieGuy.com. I also write about American Idol occasionally for MJ'sBigBlog.com, so that may be where you see me. I'm going to talk about Wednesday night show and Thursday night show, the first week of Hollywood Week. I'm going to talk about some favorites and maybe some people that probably shouldn't still be in the competition. I believe in starting with the good, so let's start with some of my favorite performances of the week. First off, I thought Jax doing Toxic was great. It reminded me a lot of what they liked about Jenna last season, and I think she's current. I question that she might come off as a little too edgy, but they're trying to give her a really good edit, so I have a feeling that it'll all work out for her in the end, in terms of her not coming off as quite like Jess did last season. I think she'll be pretty set in terms of not being seen as abrasive or cocky or anything like that. My number two was Clark Beckham. I think Clark has a legit shot at winning the whole competition. I think, I saw his music before when it was on YouTube before he took it all down, and he's got the chops. I've yet to be disappointed by anything he's done in the competition, so it'll be interesting to see what else he's got up his sleeve. My number three for the week is Erica Washington, for her little 5-second snippet of "Girl Is on Fire." Where did this girl come from? I have a feeling she's gonna disappear, and we'll never hear from her again, and she'll get to be the Candace Glover of 2 seasons from now. But it was a breath of fresh air, a big voice. I liked it. Rayvon Owen is my fourth pick. I liked his Ordinary People. He kind of sounds like a John Legend. He's got a nice voice. It's like a nice sort of, it's not really a baritone voice, but it is kind of, for pop music, it's kind of a baritone voice. Because we don't normally see or hear a lot of a deeper tone. A lot of pop singers are forced to sing, as high as they possibly can in Bruno Mars, Michael Jackson territory. So it's nice to hear Rayvon and that deeper voice. My number 5 pick is Adam Lasher, Wicked Game. I think he's authentic. As authentic as you can be being a rocker on American Idol these days. It's kind of seen as being a sellout, just being on American Idol and trying to be like a rocker. But I think I thought it was good. My 6th pick is Savion, who is coming back, guns blazing this season. I think he's a lot better this season than he was last season. I know that there's some people out there who are like, oh, Savion was always good. And it's like, he was good, and he probably was denied a top 24 spot, but there's no way he was going to win last year. And this year, I wouldn't rule it out. I think he's definitely got a top 12 spot coming his way, though. And I think he's a contender. So I wouldn't have said that about him last year. My number 7 pick is Trevor Douglas, I See Fire. I didn't love the whole thing. I loved 90% of it. He had that one weird run that Jennifer Lopez was like, that was tasty. It's no, the rest of it was good, but the little voice shaking, not so much. Alexis Gomez is my 8th. Her Before He Cheats. I like her. I'm not blown away. I'm starting to get in my top. These people are in my top 10. I'm already Alexis Gomez, Before He Cheats is, I would have said yes. Emily Brooke, Little White Church. Another one where I was like, If I was on the panel, I would have said yes. I would have voted her through. I thought it was good. Tiana Jones, Dance with Me Tonight. I thought it was creative, even if she did sort of have some issues with it. I liked her entrance, so I think she's got star quality. Um, some of the other people I didn't hate. Mark Andrew, Big Ron. Actually, I thought he showed more vocal ability in his first song in Hollywood than he did in his actual audition. So if we're talking about, keeping somebody around who's on an upward trajectory, I would say that that's a reason to keep him around. I thought Cassine did okay. Jack, she did her Jack with a Q, not Jax with an X. Uh, I thought she did okay. I actually thought Priscilla Barker did okay. I disagreed with sending her home, especially considering some of the other people we heard that deserved to go home. Okay, how could their audition were? Send these people home. I'm not going to get to the groups yet. I'm just going to work with solo people. I wasn't really overwhelmed by Catherine Winston or Maddie Walker. I thought they both did okay. Again, probably I would have been like, yeah, let's keep them and see what they do. Garrett, To Make You Feel My Love, his vocals were a little shaky, but yeah, I probably would have said yes. But then we get down into like Adam Ezegalian, Demons. I get why they kept him around. His vocal ability is there, but that was not a great performance. It was really shaky. I really didn't like Michael Simeon's Warrior either. I ended up liking him in group rounds. I still think he's a little vanilla. He's a little bland. I I question how well he's going to be able to stand out this season because there's just better. There's more talent than him. But I definitely, I definitely would have cut Hollywood Anderson. I'm gonna say that right now. I thought his audition was good. I wasn't floored by it, but I thought it was good. But that's someone like you set off, like warning signals to me that this is not a contestant to keep around. Um, he was so far from the melody in someone like you. It was so self indulgent that at some point, they commented that that's how you throw away your top 24 spot. Really, it should be that's how you throw away your spot. Period. Just sometimes performance is so bad that you have to let them go. And I feel like Hollywood's performance was the worst one we heard last night, and for some reason other people went home, but he didn't. Um, I was underwhelmed, I will say, by Cody Fry, who reminds me a lot of Clay Aiken, but I don't really know where that would fit in our current marketplace. Um, Clay Aiken didn't even fit in when he was around, and there's even less of that in the current pop marketplace. So I don't know. Lauren Lott, I get why they're keeping her because she's got the personality, but she's gonna need to start matching her voice with her personality because she's not gonna go very far with that voice. She, my bad, Shree Scott. Uh, like why are we being subjected to this? The judges literally told her, uh, you sound like you're copying Amy Winehouse. Stop doing that. We're gonna put you through, but stop doing that. Come back as you. And so she came back as Duffy. Like, what? That's just so bizarre. It's like did they forget that they gave her that feedback that that she sounded like she was just mimicking Amy Winehouse? I don't understand. It was so perplexing that this girl is still in the competition. I would have cut her. She ended up being okay in groups, but there's something about when you give somebody feedback that says you sound like you're copying somebody, and then they come back and they really haven't changed anything. They just sort of changed it like a little bit. It's like you know, it's like telling somebody, hey, you sound like John Mayer. So now they sound like Jason Mraz. And you're just like, how is that much, how is that a huge leap from where you were? But I would have cut Amber Kalichi. I know she had like a mental breakdown and she was crying. She was so upset, but her performance wasn't great. She was desperate. She was like walking down, begging the judges basically to keep her, and it wasn't great. I feel bad for her because, you know, where she came from. I also feel bad for Reno, but like, bro, like, how is he still in the competition? I didn't like his solo round, and I hated his groups. He forgot his lyrics. Like, why is Reno still in the competition? I feel like he's just taking up air and space at this point. I think he's incapable of a great performance. So the fact that the judges haven't recognized that and that they're leading him on worries me. You know, somebody's got to do something about Daniel Seavey being really creepy with J-Lo. Like, I get that he is somehow 15, but he still looks like he's 10, and he hasn't really hit puberty, so it's even creepier when he hits on J-Lo, because he's like the youngest contestant they have on American Idol. It's creepy when Sal does it. It's creepy when Big Ron does it. But it's even weirder when Daniel does it. Because it's like Macaulay Culkin from Home Alone is like, hey, baby, why don't you and me go out to my hotel room later? Come on, give me your number. No, stop. This show's going on forever. But group rounds, I liked double stuff. I would have kept all of them. Good to see Jesse Klein coming back fighting. David Oliver Willis never gets the respect that he deserves in American Idol. Like, just put him through to the voting rounds, please. Can we please just vote again on David Oliver Willis, like, legitimately, not in that weird format that he was before, but in a legit top 24 format. I'd love to vote on David Oliver Willis. Then there was the group that was Big Ron, Adam Ezegalian, and Andrew Bloom. I agreed with cutting Andrew Bloom on Pretty Young Thing. He made the mistake of joining a group with voices that were much bigger than his, and it didn't work out in his favor. Then there was the Maddie Hudson, Reno, Tiana, and Steffi group. I agreed with cutting Steffi. I would have cut Reno again. That's twice I would have voted no for Reno. I would have just been sitting at the table going, no, he does not have my vote. You do not have my vote. And inexplicably, he's still around. And the final group we saw was Michael Simeon, Nick Frediani, Hunter Larson, and Jack. And I would have kept all of them. I thought it was a good group. We're waiting to see what happens with the Sal and Alexis drama, but you know, we know Alexis isn't going to win American Idol. Like, come on. All right. So those are my American Idol thoughts tonight. If I could do 2 do-overs, I suppose the only person that I heard sing that they cut that I disagreed with was Priscilla Barker. They cut some people that I hadn't heard, so I don't know if I disagree with it or not. I would keep Priscilla Barker and I would cut Reno. Yeah, I would use my cut for Reno, even over Hollywood, because I've now heard 2 performances from Reno that I would cut him for, and only 1 from Hollywood. So that's my final statement. Join me next week for more American Idol talk. This has been Mac the Movie Guy from MacTheMovieGuy.com. Signing off.